Alright, so welcome everybody to our second episode of Planeswalkers Moshpit. As always, I am Fox, and joining me always is James Herholtz. How's it going?
Great,
It's
great.
been a
Let's talk
while.
about
We
some
need to
Magic.
make this
Yeah,
more consistent. Yeah, M14. So right, do you just want to dive right into it? Anything you want to say before we dive into the spoilers? Oh yeah, this show contains spoilers, so if you're disappointed that you open up a booster pack and you're like, man, I really wish nobody told me about this card. Just please turn off the YouTube video now. So yeah, you want to go right into it?
yeah. Let's do it.
All right. So first two cards is Bone Scythe Sliver and Into the Wilds. What do you have to say about those?
Okay. First of all, let's talk about the slivers returning. Slivers, originally in Time Spiral block, they feed off themselves. Slivers themselves aren't that great, but every sliver gives another sliver something. So we just picked this one in particular because it gives you double strike. It's a 4-drop for 2/2, giving you double strike. Pretty good cost there for CMC, giving you double strike. I mean, you're essentially, if you just have this card out, you're gonna hit for 4 no matter what because of the double strike. So definitely something to watch out for. Sliver decks are going to come back and be returning, and it's really not going to be fun. There are some Sliver EDH decks out there that are kind of nasty because it's just, every Sliver you put down, just more things. Keep getting stronger, so, board wipes will be ever present trying to get rid of these nasty little creatures. And Into the Wilds, this card's pretty interesting. At the beginning of your upkeep, look at the top card of your library. If it's a land card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Now that's ridiculous, because if you already have ramp, like you're going to use Farseek, and if they bring out more dorks like Absence Pilgrim or Arbor Elf, or you could use Zertod Druid. You Farseek, like turn 1 land, turn 2 Farseek, and then turn 3. You just play your land for turn, and then you tap Zertod Druid and all the land, and you play this, and then the next upkeep, you're getting another land, more than likely, and if not, you need to ramp more, you can play to the Farseek, or play your Zertod Druid, or what have you. And this is giving you a huge advantage over other players, like being able to play large things very, very quickly every turn. It's definitely a target. I feel like I'll see some decks built around this, like, just that and a shit ton of other ramp, like 4 Farseeks and like 8 mana dorks, and then like this, like 4 of these, and then just like giant creatures, like if it could be possible in standard, like Emrakul, some of the Zendikar, not Zendikar, but the Razi Eldrazi. The Eldrazi is like just the 15/15 ridiculous cards. But yeah, I mean, it's definitely something interesting. I probably won't be using it.
Alright, so next is Doomblade and Archangel of Thune.
Okay, Doomblade getting a reprint. Fuck yeah! Destroy target non-black creature for 2, and it's an instant. So good, so good. Basically destroys everything. Gotta be seeing a lot of play on that. And Archangel of Thune. Sorry, my phone is ringing.
It's alright.
Archangel of Thune, this card is nuts, too. This is a 5-drop. It's 3 colorless and 2 planes. Flying lifelink, and whenever you gain life, you put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So this isn't just an instant of gaining life. This is every time you gain life. So, like, Archangel of Thune swings for 3. You get 3 +1/+1 counters on every creature you control. Archangel of Thune now becomes a 6/7 in one turn.
See, I was curious about that because the wording on it's kind of weird. Whenever you gain life, because I imagine anytime you gained life, so if you were to gain 3 life, that would count as your 1 gaining life. Not
No,
every
that
time
is
you gain a life, or something like that.
the way lifelink works is like every instance of lifelink is one type of lifelink. Like you're gonna hit for 3, so yeah, it's 3 damage, and overall it's 3. But like it counts as like 1, 2, 3 instances of lifelink. So like if you were to drop Tristani on the field, and then you were going to put Rock's Faithmender, you gain 5, and then because of Rock's Faithmender, you only gain 5 initially, but if you put something else on the field, you would gain double that. So everything gets fucking counters. And I could easily see a life gain deck around this because life gain is huge in the meta. Like, you know, life gain Thragtusk alone. Thragtusk alone is like, if you don't play Thragtusk and you're playing green, you're doing it wrong because Thragtusk is so broken. You have a 5-drop for a 5/3 that gives you 5 life as soon as it enters the battlefield, and once it dies, it gives you a 3/3. Like, Thragtusk is, they made a card specifically to get rid of Thragtusk. So, of course, Thragtusk is going to be rotating, but M14 and M13 will be next to each other for a little while. So, seeing a combination of 4 Thragtusk, 4 Archangel of Thune, Tristanis, and Rock's Faithmenders is going to be nasty. You're going to have giant Thragtusk just beating the shit out of people. It's pretty funny.
All right, so next set is Elvish Mystic and Shadowborn Apostle.
All right, so this is okay. As talking about mana dorks, they are making another mana dork, Elvish Mystic. It's a 1-drop for 1/1, gives you a forest.
Wait, it's called a mana dork?
Yeah, mana dorks. Things that give you mana that are 1-drops are called mana dorks.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I know they help to ramp and to be mana fixers, but they can die because they're creatures. So that, you know, I prefer stuff like Farseek. Things that can actually get you land on the field, because destroying lands in Standard, at least, isn't really like a heavy thing, except for Acidic Slime and like bouncing Acidic Slime with Resto or like Cloud Shift, but not many people do that.
I'm learning so much.
You are welcome. All right, so that's cool. I like mana dorks. I love mana dorks because I like playing mid range, and I want to be able to ramp, and I want to be able to put up big guys and be like, all right, fuck you, I'm going to beat your face. And Shadowborn Apostle, this card's fucking dumb. I hate this card. I hate it so much, but I want to talk about it. It's a 1/1, and this card says it's a 1-drop, just a swamp. It says a deck can have any number of each named of cards named Shadowborn Apostle. Then you pay 1 and sack 6 creatures named Shadowborn Apostle. You search your library for a demon card. So someone already came up with a deck around this, of course, because for the very short time that...
Dude, that's like the most metal thing I've ever heard.
You sack it and get a giant demon? Yeah. It's pretty metal. Shadowborn Apostle, there's a deck. It's like Shadowborn Apostles, Swamps, and Grizzlebrand. So I don't know what the exact like numbers are, but I think it's like 30 something, or like 26, and then like 14 lands, or no, like 26 and like 20 lands, and then like 4 Grizzlebrands. And if you don't know what Grizzlebrand does, Grizzlebrand is a 7/7. He has lifelink and flying, and you may pay 7 life and draw 7 cards. Actually absurd. So say that you can get Grizzlebrand out on turn 3. So, all right, here we go. Shadowborn Apostle.
All right.
First turn, play a swamp. Play a Shadowborn Apostle. Pass the turn. Okay. Next turn, play a swamp. Play 2 Shadowborn Apostles. Now you have 3. Next turn, play 1 more swamp. Play 3 Shadowborn Apostles. You now have 6. So you have to wait till turn 4 technically, because you have to pay that 1 swamp. So turn 4, you play another swamp, hopefully, and you tap that swamp, and you sack 6 Shadowborn Apostles, turn 4 Grizzlebrand. You have 7/7 with flying and lifelink on the field, and you can make yourself draw more Shadowborn Apostles. So, say Grizzlebrand gets on the field, right, and they kill it. So you're like, fuck it, I'll pay 7 life and draw 7 more cards. All right, cool, my turn. I'll play 7 more Shadowborn Apostles and sack them. And now I'm going to get out another Grizzlebrand. All right, your move. Okay, you can't kill it. All right, swing for 7, gain 7 life. Swing for 7, gain 7 life. Do you want to concede yet? It's literally stupid. Like, it's literally a dumb deck, and I'll see it. I know I will, and I'm gonna flip the table if I see it because it's fucking dumb.
That's all I thought about. I was like, man, somebody's got to be making a deck just because the rule is kind of cool, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it's a new thing. I don't believe anyone's ever done, or they haven't had a sack to get type card yet. But I think they may find out soon enough that this is a bad idea. Because, even if it's not Grizzlebrand, you have other giant demons that are fucking nuts that'll be in standard, like Lord of the Void. Lord of the Void is a 7/7 with flying, and then every time that you swing for Lord of the Void, your opponent exiles that many cards off the top of their library, and you are able to play any creatures from that exile.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's like, all right, so now I got a Lord of the Void, and I have your Thragtusk, or I have your Angel of Serenity. So, I mean...
I know what I'm doing with M14.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous.
All right,
It's pretty
so
ridiculous.
moving on, or do you wanna hate rant a bit more about this?
Nah, I'm good. I'm good. Let's move on.
All right, so next cards are Liliana of the Dark Realm and Liliana's Reaver.
All right, so Liliana Dark Realms. We have Liliana Dark Realms up here because a lot of Planeswalkers are being reprinted. Dark Realms is one of them. Of course, not my favorite Lily. Liliana of the Veil is the best and will always be the best. And Liliana Dark Realms is cool, though. I have a friend who puts her to good work. And, I don't see many other people play her the way she probably should be played, but she's a ramp monster. So if you're playing her right, like the way my friend does, he plays Liliana of the Dark Realms with Cryptghast. And so Cryptghast gives you all your swamps, or 2 swamps. And Lily has an emblem that gives you all your swamps are 5 swamps. So you just have so much land. So that gives cards like Mind Grind and Debt to the Debtless lethal blows by paying X. And even stuff like, if you're playing red, if you happen to be playing red, something like Magma Quake or Bonfire of the Damned, like you can blow someone the fuck out with that many cards. So, but yeah, also within that combo is Realm Right. Realm Right gives all of you name swamps, so all of your fucking lands are swamps. So now all of your lands have that 7 swamps to each land. So imagine tapping 1 land for 7. Pretty absurd. If you don't do something about that combo, you're gonna lose. I've had it happen to me before. It sucks. But so Liliana the Dark Realms is being reprinted. Ajani, the newest one, Call of the Pride, I believe it is. He's the newest one. He's my least favorite Ajani. And then
he's white.
Yeah, he's white, but it's not because he's white. It's just he's not the best one. Ajani Vengeance, the best one. But Liliana, Jace the I almost said the Mind Sculptor. That'd been great. Jace Valerian. He's the one. Yeah, he's the one who mills. He's the 0/1. He's the 0, and you mill for 10. Yeah. So those are the 3 ones that are being confirmed, that are being reprinted. There's going to be a new Chandra, and there's going to be a new Garruk, which is cool. Garruk's been, reprinted a fucking lot, like a bunch of different Garruks, and people are getting a little sick of Garruk. But I love Garruk because I play green. So, all right. And Liliana's Reaver. This is a 4-drop. 4/3 Death Touch, and whenever it deals combat damage to a player, that player discards a card, and you put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield tapped. That's ridiculous. Totally ridiculous. It sucks that it's combat damage to a player, but it'd be broken if it weren't. Basically, you're combining Liliana of the Veil's discard ability along with some of the other mechanics of some other zombies. But the fact that his Death Touch is like, you don't want to block it. It's like forcing you to block it and forcing you to kill a creature. So, you're playing mid-range, and mid-range has consistently big creatures out in the field. You just throw this guy in the field, and it's like, all right, I'll just overrun you. I'll make you discard, and then I'm going to kill your creature if you want to block. So, definitely something to be slowed down against mid-range. It's 4-drop. And it's 4/3, so it's appropriately costed, plus its effect. I think I'll see it play. I don't think it's going to be like a meta-breaking card.
Alright, so next is Mutavault and Scavenging Ooze.
Alright, Mutavault's getting a reprint. Cool. Everyone's pretty excited about this. You tap it to add a colorless to your mana pool, and then you pay 1, and it becomes a 2/2 creature with all its creature types until end of turn, and it is still a land. That's probably one of the best versions of those kind of lands. There are a bunch of other lands that you have to pay like 3 or like 2, and it becomes like a 1/1, or like, this is just a 2/2. You pay 1, and it'll just like a little. If you had nothing to do, it's a little face beater. Mood will be seeing a lot of play. That's for sure. And Scavenging Ooze will also be seeing so much play. Reprint of Scavenging Ooze. It's a 2/2 for 1, first of all, and then you pay 1 forest to exile a target card from a graveyard, and if it was a creature card, you put a +1/+1 counter on Scavenging Ooze, and you gain a life. So, turn 1. Turn 1, play a forest. Turn 1, play Scavenging Ooze, pass the turn. Okay? And you can... I'm sure there's going to be a deck where you just mill yourself out, and then you just like get rid of your creatures, you exile them, and then you just keep putting +1/+1 counters on it. Like this not only is this card a graveyard hate card, it gives you life and it gets bigger. So it's like the best graveyard hate possible. We'll be seeing tons of play. Tons of play.
Tons of play. Alright, so we got Savage Summoning and Chandra's Phoenix.
Alright, Savage Summoning. So excited for this card. It's a 1-drop, it's an instant, it can't be countered, and the next creature card you cast this turn can be cast as though it had Flash. That spell also can't be countered, and the creature enters the battlefield with additional +1/+1 counter on it. That's so insane. I don't know what they were thinking when they thought this card would be fine, but it's broken. It's totally broken. Alright, so here's the situation. You have an Angel of Serenity in hand. You're playing against someone who's about to swing in. Like, it's a mid-range matchup. They're about to swing in and win the game. You have enough mana to play Angel and Savage Summoning. So you in response to combat, throw down Savage Summoning, and then you tap all of your mana for Angel of Serenity. You take all of their creatures, and then you survive. And then they pass the turn because they can't do anything else. And then you swing with Angel. And you could potentially win the game that way. You could also play something else, like a Thrag Tusk, to even come back from that. So, crazy. You can't counter it. It gets a +1/+1 counter on it, and it has Flash. Like, just throwing an Angel of Serenity on the field that has Flash is nuts. It's like, alright, yeah, you want to attack? Nah, I'm going to take all of your guys. Whatever. Absolutely ridiculous. I'll be playing that card, so I don't care if no one else plays it, because it's broken. So,
I like to be broken. I like to win, so I'm going to play that card.
Yeah, it's a good one. Chandra's Phoenix is getting a reprint from M12. It's a 4-drop. 4-drop. Oh, is it a 4-drop? It might be a 3-drop.
Yeah, it's a 3-drop.
Okay, it's a 3-drop. Flying Haste, and whenever an opponent is dealt damage by a red instant or sorcery spell you control, or by a red planeswalker, Chandra, you return Chandra's Phoenix from the graveyard to your hand. So Chandra's Phoenix is just a pretty good face beater. It's a 2/2 with flying, and a red deck wins. A flying card that has haste, that's moderately priced as far as CMC goes, is really good. Plus it comes back whenever you just like spear somebody or pillar somebody or whatever burn spells they're reprinting. I think they're reprinting Shock this time. I don't know what else they're going to reprint, but it's just something that consistently beat face. If you're running out of steam and they have little guys on the ground that can chump block all of your guys because you don't have trample because you're an aggressive mono red deck, or hell, you're a Gruul deck even. You just go, okay, pillar. Okay, Chandra's Phoenix is back to my hand. Tap 4. Phoenix. Swing. That could be the little nudge that you need that's 4 damage. Of course, it's 4 damage for 5, but still appropriately priced. And we'll be seeing play. Let's head to the next slide.
Alright, our last slide is Dark Confidant and Tarmogoyf.
Alright, this is getting out of M14. This is Modern Masters. Dark Confidant. It's a, being reprinted, Tarmogoyf being reprinted in Modern Masters. It's a 2-drop. Most people know what this does if they play Modern, because it's played a lot. This card, basically, at the beginning of your upkeep, reveal the top card of your library, and you put that card in your hand. You lose life equal to its converted mana cost. While most people are who don't know or don't play all that much are looking at this card going, well, I don't really want to do that because like I play a bunch of big cards, so I'll lose like 7 life. But what you're not seeing is Dark Covenant gains you a card every turn on top of your draw step, so you're ahead of your opponent already. That's why he's so good. You don't want to draw into that 7 cost Angel Serenity,
Yeah.
but like you won't because it's not standard. There are decks built around Confidant where there are low CMC costs, and it makes total sense.
Actually, I thought it crossed my mind, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this would work really well with the Shadowborn Apostle, wouldn't it?
uh, yeah, yeah, definitely would, especially if you're looking to get Grizzlebrand now. Because you're just going to lose life, yeah, but you're going to gain it back as soon as you swing with Grizzlebrand. So the only thing that would suck is if you drew the Grizzlebrand, but more than likely you'll just be drawing a Swamp or Shadowborn Apostle. But yeah, this unfortunately won't be able to work unless someone wants to make a modern deck out of that, which I could see someone doing that and being a dickhead. But I don't know. It's definitely an interesting thought. All right, Tarmogoyf. Everybody knows Tarmogoyf. If you know Modern at all, he's the Goyf. He's a green monster. Tarmogoyf's power is equal to the number of all card types among cards in all graveyards, and its toughness is equal to the number of +1. So we're talking about card types. We're talking about things that aren't in standard right now, like tribal. Then you have like Planeswalker, and you have land and creature, sorcery, instant, etc. So I think he can only be a 7/8, but he's a 2-drop.
Only.
Yeah, exactly. Only. Like, he's a 2-drop that can be a 7/8. So it's like, all right, well, I milled myself out, and I happen to get all 7 cards, and now I'm going to play a 7/8 Tarmogoyf for 2. Go ahead. Like, you're like, oh, shit. Tarmogoyf is a staple in Modern, and that's why he got reprinted, and that's why he's really, really expensive. Tarmogoyf sits at about $111, and a foil Tarmogoyf is about $500.
Holy crap.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely ridiculous.
Wow, so if I get one of these, basically, I'm just gonna sell it.
Oh, yeah, you want to sell it immediately.
If I'm only a casual player in Magic. All right, so yeah, that's our slides. When does M14 get released?
M14 will be released in July. I believe it's like early July. Might be like mid-July. I don't want to give the wrong information here, so let me just look this up really quick.
We will refer to the Council of the Internet.
July 19th.
July 19th?
Yep.
All right, cool. So maybe I missed this block. So maybe I'll catch this one. I'll get a bunch of M14, and then I'll sell all and I'll make all the Shadowborn Apostle deck.
Yeah, you could easily do that. You just got to order some Grizzlebrands
Yeah,
or some Lord of the Voids.
yeah, pretty much, pretty much. So
Yeah.
anything else you want to go over, real quick? So we're gonna try and make this a regular thing, make a bi-weekly show, something like that.
Yeah, sounds good to me. I think we're gonna shoot for every Friday at 11.
Yep. Sean is usually supposed to join us, but I guess scheduling conflicts get in the way. We're gonna work on something, and it's gonna be a regular show. So just sit tight, and yeah. Just to let everyone know, Dice Troop is a non-profit organization. We run everything on donations here. We will always provide the shows for free, but if you would like to help us out and all that, you can click the donate button on our Tumblr. You can donate $1, $5, whatever you feel like. And yeah, we'll keep showing these shows. So everyone have a good Friday. Have a safe weekend. Get some games in, and we'll see you all later.
Take it easy.